Howdy folks, welcome back to Cattle and Crops. It is springtime, and I actually just realized I didn't go to normal speed. I saw those clouds zipping by there. We're on normal speed. I'm getting over a nasty head cold, so my voice is still a little bit off today. But we're going to get some farming done, and like I said, it's springtime. We've fast-forwarded through the rest of the winter. And turn the UI on here. It is March the 20th. And I think we're going to do some planting. So to get that accomplished, I've got some more mods here to try out. And I've not actually tried these, so I'm hoping they'll work. I know, boy, it's exciting, right? Yeah, it's exciting. Go check out the seeds. So we got this little trailer here, which could be used to carry these pallets of seeds that you can buy. So I have bought, let's see if I can get hopped up on here. Can I hop up on here? Not sure there's a collision. Yeah, there. Oh, what? Whoa. Well, anyway, this is corn seed, and that is wheat seed over there. No, I've got it backwards. This is wheat seed, and that's corn seed. My bad. Surprisingly enough, the bags are in English. When you buy them in the store, they're in German. And I've also got a pallet fork that comes with this pack of the pallets. There's all kinds of stuff you can buy in pallets. You can buy pressure washer or diesel fuel, stuff like that, and then all the various seeds. Then we've got this little planter here, or it's actually a seeder. Odenez? I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but it's a little seeder. It requires about 50 horsepower, so we're going to throw it on the back of the class there. It'll be just fine. And we're going to see if that works, and we don't have to buy the great big expensive planter equipment. So I believe the way this works is if you get the planter close to the pallet, you can fill it up just like you're at the store. Because in the base game, the only way to get seed is to drive your seeder over to the farm co-op on the other side of the map and buy it. So that's a little unwieldy. I guess you could probably, I haven't tried it. You might be able to put it in a tipper and then put it in your barn. But since seed is not universal, you'd have to have, different types of seed. So it'd take up a lot of your valuable barn space. Anyway, with this mod, we can buy it in bags. And I don't actually know, this pallet here holds 1 cubic meter of seed. It sounds about right. I don't know how much the seeder holds. And I also don't know if I'm going to be able to pick this up in first person. So we'll see how that goes. Probably be using the outside camera. The other way, doggy. No, don't go in the trailer. That's where I'm going. Alright, park and brake off. Yeah, I don't have my track IR on, so we're going to be using the outside camera quite a bit. The doggy's stuck on the trailer. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. Alright, come here, doggy. Run over here. Hey, come here. Come here, boy. Come on. Come here. Oh, no, you're stuck on the trailer now. Come on. Come here. In today's episode, we try to get the dog away from the trailer. Yeah? You want to come over this way? Not so much, huh? Alright, well. I know. I'm trying to get you away from the trailer. Now I'm stuck. There we go. Early access, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best. And now the cat's going to get involved here. Hopefully not. All right, let's get over here. There we go. Drive him away. Get out of here. All right, so one thing I noticed with the pallet fork is that if you just raise the arms, it keeps the pallet fork level, which is nice. The other thing I noticed is the physics were pretty decent. Like, it behaves like you're picking up a pallet with a pallet fork. That was kind of cool. But the collisions are a little bit different on the trailer. We'll see if we can back this out of there. There we go, not too bad. We get that to slide there. Here we go. And I'm going to just park this over here. I know, kitty. Don't you get over here and get in the way. I don't think pallets are really a thing in the base game, so this is pretty cool to have this mod do this. Like I said, the pallet physics seem pretty decent. I did have one case where I was loading this over at the farm co-op, where when I was backing up and turning, they kind of wanted to slide a little bit on the forks. Other than that, it was a pretty solid experience. It might be a little bit tricky to get these out. Yeah, my forks don't want to go all the way up in there, so might have to get creative. Kind of throw realism to the wind here for just a bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. No. Well, we're going to get the pallet out. That much I'm pretty sure of. Is it going to be pretty? No. Ta-da! They strap this onto the pallet really tight. It's all good. It's all good. Whoa, no. This, the mouse controls are really hard to get used to. Is it proportional like they should be? It's just not as easy if you were using like a side stick on the real tractor. Yeah, man. Flip over. No? Okay. It's alright. We'll try something else. That's as far down as she'll go, huh? I'm going to try to do some actual farming, too, in today's video. But Nope. It's hard to move just one axis with the mouse. I know, Kitty. It's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Kitty is not impressed. Ta-da! Oh, boy. Now will you slide off of there and then flip yourself over maybe? Come down this way. Wasn't quite what I had in mind. Close. So close. Oh, anyway, we'll leave that sitting there sideways. Not a big deal. Oh, and I got my door open like an idiot. Now, let's get this trailer out of here. This trailer, I've noticed, is a little tricky to get hitched up. Maybe hard to get it at this angle as well. What it tends to do is just not attach unless it's right next to the ball hitch. Now I'm getting stuck on everything. Alright, we'll leave the trailer there. Let's go plant some stuff, shall we? These forks are kind of notorious for being goofy with the physics. Nope, come on. Get back up. Rotate. There you go. Alright. Okay, let's get you back here on some level land. Gonna behave yourself. Yeah, I don't want to see you flying across the map later. Alright, let's get to driving here. Whee! It snaps on there with authority. So wheat was in the red, right? Initially I thought corn was. I'll hop out and check. I want to make sure we're filling up the right stuff. Alright, so I want to lower that down. Not sure, is there a key? I don't think there's a key to, like, open stuff. You just have to do that here. There we go. I did find out if you empty the tank, your seed just disappears. As far as I can tell, it just goes poof. So that's still a thing. Let's make sure this is the seed I want. Red is premium wheat. Excellent. Just what I wanted. Is it one? There we go. I'll lift that up just a bit. Come on back. There we go. Park and brake on, and then we should be able to just select, yeah, wheat seed. And fill. Alright, that took 1,500 kilograms? That can't be right. Alright, I'm learning this mod right along with y'all. So I thought it would, like, use up that pallet, but it looks like it's just a portable buy point. Which is fine, I guess. But I thought it was gonna consume. So I already paid, like, 500 and... But I already paid for that. Take a look here in the store. So you gotta look for the tank, and then there's 10 different versions. So we have diesel tank, and then various seeds. An empty pallet. Yeah, these are $454. But apparently it's just a fill point. Which, okay, that's fine. I didn't know that's how that worked, but... So I thought I was getting a good deal on seed, because I paid $454 for this pallet full of seed, but... In reality, I paid $454 for the privilege of filling up my tractor at my farm. Which is good. I don't have to drive all the way to the farm co-op every time. But I just spent $2,300 on seed. So, ouch. Close that up. And let's see, we're going to go back forward. We're going to take the parking brake off. And we're going to get the B synced back up. There we go. Switch that back into automatic mode. Now I've already cultivated these last fall when I put the slurry on there, so we should be in good shape. Let's actually go down to this end of the field. It's going to be the long way. Right through the bushes. Over here in the dark. This thing's, it's about as wide as the tractor. It's not terribly wide. What are my keys? So I've got 3 and then 4 switches. Okay. So I want that side. There we go. And then we're going to lower it down. We're going to plant way too fast. I wish you could see your cruise speed without the UI up. You also can't adjust your cruise speed unless you're in third-person view with the HUD on. And going. So I'm going to turn it on with the brake on, just so I can see where it's set. Let's set that down to about there. Okay. Now I know what speed I'm going. Get back in the cab, turn that off. Really hoping they improve the UI there. That seems like a more reasonable planting speed. Now, am I losing seed? I am not, so there's something wrong. Excellent. Okay. Let's pull that up. Alright, we're gonna go third-person HUD on and figure this out. Because oh, this one you have to turn it on. It's not like the others. That's what I was missing. Alright. Didn't realize we had to turn it on. I don't know why we'd be turning it on. Why would we be turning this on? Park and brake on. Lower you down. So let's go take a look at this thing. I know, I'm opening the door. It's my realisms. There is no power going to it. The hitches are a little bit off, but that's alright. It should just run. I don't know why we'd have to turn it on. Should be powered by the wheels. So I guess that's just the way the mod is set up. Was not expecting that. Alright, well, we can do that. Alright, park and brake off. Start to roll down the hill. Love it. That's on. Get our marker down. Implement on. Can't really tell if it's doing anything. Still not doing anything. Didn't actually turn on. Alright. That's what a lot of Catalyst Drops is right now. It's just experimenting. It is early access, and then you get mods involved. And normally when you hit B, it just automatically turns on anything that's connected. It doesn't look like that worked, so. But I did have to reinstall. I got to a weird point with the save game, well, with the game in general, where I couldn't buy the Forage Harvester head. It was just missing. And if you tried to do a mission, it would error out. If you tried to do a mission with the Forage Harvester head, it would error out that it couldn't find it. So I ended up reinstalling, which reset my key binding. So let's just go make sure. Pretty sure they have B set up to be power. Yeah, enable disable is B. All right. Okay, so marker back down. It's lowered. We push B. Nothing happens. Okay. Seating on off. Oh, it's not. Okay. It's not power, it's seating on off, and it's put it on slot 7. Got it. We're learning stuff. There we go. That's the texture I was expecting to see. Alright. Yeah. Now we're planting some wheat. Life is good. See if we can follow that ridge marker back up. Some of the fields are pretty wet. I don't know if that matters right now. I don't know how deep the seed simulation goes. But I can tell that I'm going to have to learn a lot more about farming. Because you got pH and nitrogen and all kinds of stuff to worry about. I don't know how much of that is actually in the game. I'm kind of thinking about doing some experiments. Like strips of a field with different settings and whatnot. Or different fields or something. But might wait till the next big update's out, because it's supposed to be out pretty soonish. Alright, let's lower that back down and cruise on. Up through the field we go. Yeah, I apologize for my voice being a little rough. Just getting over a cold, like I said, so... It goes deeper and deeper, and then it disappears. So hopefully it doesn't disappear. Yeah, this looks like it's working. I mean, it's making the texture change. We'll check in the field definition here in just a bit. Should show that we're sowing wheat. I put wheat seed in it. It would not take corn seed, which is expected. There's also a Massey Ferguson seeder planter. I'm not sure if it's a seeder or planter. I need to look into that. I've also got that mod. There's supposed to be a really nice little Massey Ferguson tractor out soon. It's one of the, I think it's one of the 300 series maybe, or 3000 series, I'm not 100% sure. A lot like the, oh, I didn't switch my marker over, so I totally screwed that up. I just goofed up my planting there on that side. Oops. Professional farmer here. I need to switch the marker. Instead, I dug up my crop. That's alright. Lesson learned. So yeah, we might have to check out that little Massey when it comes out. It reminds me of the little Massey from the pack that was in 17 that had all the old Massey stuff. In fact, I think it's the same seeder. It's the MF30. It looks like the one from the Massey pack on Farm Sim 17. When I get to the end of the row, I need to hit 4, and that'll put the other marker down. I neglected to do that. Alright, seeder up. Hit the number 4 key. Swap some markers. This is way more tractor than I need on the seeder, but it's either this or rent the Hammer King again. I thought I'd give some more mods a try. And I like the idea of getting the palletized seed. I thought it was going to be, you know, consumable, like I said, but yeah, that's alright. At least we have a buy point now on the farm. See, we've planted there in that wet spot. It's still a wet spot, but it's changed the dirt. Doesn't really yeah, it kind of shows up in the light. So I've been using the Mercedes quite a bit. About the only thing it's good for really is cultivating and plowing. It has a lot of hitch issues. I'm not sure why. And it's not big enough to pull even the Fortrit silage trailer when we're doing maize. So I don't know. I may sell off a bunch of bulls this spring, and if we get enough money, get the Deutz-Fahr. Get rid of the Mercedes, get the Deutz-Fahr, but it's like 170 grand, so it's a pretty significant investment. I need to hit F to turn, or 4 to hit that over. Or that back down. The Deutz-Fahr is a nice tractor. I don't remember what model it is, but it's I think it's about 238 horsepower. Pretty beefy little tractor. I rented one to do. I did get a late winter maize harvest off of Field 3, and sold it over at the biogas plant. So I rented the Jaguar and the header, and I had this tractor and my little tipper, and then I rented the Deutz-Fahr and a bigger trailer. And that worked out pretty nice. I think I made about 13 grand off of Field 3, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, hit the number 4 key. So this is the exciting farmer life here. We're just going to drive back and forth on this field. Now for the big fields, I'll probably still rent the big equipment, but I wanted to try out this little seeder, and it looks like it's working. Oh, that reminds me. It's not counting down, that's good. I wanted to check in the field definitions. Over here to owned. We're on number 14 here. Not sure what the loosening needs to be, but it says it's only 77% cultivated. Oh, because I've sowed. Durr. And we're sowing wheat. All right, good deal. It is very wet, 58% wet. It's not super wet down low. The nitrogen's getting pretty high. I think that's because we use slurry on it, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to do about these numbers. I don't know what those numbers should be. It's something we gotta learn once the game is kind of finished, and I'm not sure it matters right now. I've never had anything like fail to grow, but I also haven't really crunched numbers on yield either. But I was looking at my cows. I've got probably at least 12 to 15 that I could sell. Maybe even more than that. I've got one up over 1,600 pounds. Pretty crazy. I kind of want to see how big they'll get. So I might hold on to that one. See how he does. But we will be doing some bull selling, I think. If not this spring, definitely this fall. I don't know if the price just keeps going up or if they can get too big. Alright, hit the number 4 key. There we go. Whee! Oh, not into the tree, even though it doesn't matter. It's the principle of the thing. Spin back around. Down into this muddy field. Pick up our marker track, and away we go. So I'm just going to keep on planting wheat. Yeah, it's going to take a while in these little fields, but that's okay. It's kind of fun. For the big fields, definitely going to rent the bigger seeder. May just hire a hand to do that. It's nice and easy. Oh, speaking of hired help, I did get rid of the other hired hand. Kind of got tired of paying for 2 people. It's just kind of throwing money away. It's a little trickier just having the one because I've got, I think I've still got Dagobert. You know, I went back and forth on what I was going to do there. Let me just look. Yeah, we still got Dagobert. He's been with us since the beginning. He's been employed for about 1.5 years now. And I think these numbers have changed, but I don't know. I haven't kept good track of stuff. It's all early access at this point anyway. But yeah, we still got Dagobert. It just didn't make any sense having the other AI paying out money every month. But what you have a limitation on is, since I have that feeding task set up every day, there's a little bit of a bug where it won't let you assign a new task to Dagobert, even if it's past time that he's been feeding. So if you want to schedule Dagobert to do anything, you have to do it for the next day. You can schedule stuff for the next day after he's done feeding, but not for the current day. Kind of strange. It's just a bug. Alright, everything's good. I don't think we're getting a lot of wheel stuff. I don't see mud spinning, so seem to be doing okay, even though the field looks really, really wet. I hope that becomes more of like a concern in the future. Because look how wet this is, especially right in there. That is super wet. Oh, turn that off. And I know some of the earlier videos that they released, they had a tow rope, and like they were pulling a tractor out stuck, so I'm hoping we get some of that stuff in the game. Be pretty cool. As well as the advanced attachment. There's a lot of stuff they've shown in videos that aren't in the game yet, so I imagine they're waiting in the wings to get mature, or waiting on other tech or something like that. They did put out a video, I saw, for the radial menu for the new update that's going to come out. It's kind of like most modern games where you have a wheel menu where you pick things. I'm a little concerned because it took up like half the screen, and they had it where you could like pick and then move the arm, like the front loader forks with the radial menu, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. But I don't know what their vision is until we get it in our hands. I really hope it's not covering up half the screen. I mean, that's why I run with the HUD off most of the time. Because there's just too much stuff on the screen. Especially if you're in third person. It's got the big old menu down there. Big old HUD, but... yeah, well. I'm having fun with it. That's the main point of playing games, right? To have some fun. Now this pack that had the pallets with it, it also had big bags. So now I'm kind of curious. Actually, let's just go look in the store here. Let's get our parking brake on. There we go. Let's go look in the store here. It's got a big bag. Now it holds the same amount, and it's $1,100. There's a smaller one. It holds half a cubic meter. That says you can transport, so I wonder if this you can like take to the store and fill up and bring it back and empty it out. That might be what I want to do rather than the pallet. So if we get the pallet, it's got the same icon on that, so I don't know if the big bags work the same way or not. Might have to experiment. How much seed do I have left? I have lots of seed left. Yeah, that's what I thought. I shouldn't have filled it so full. That was a mistake. Alright, back up the field we go. So I spent like $2,300 on seed. That's enough seed probably for the next 10 years. And at least right now, you can't empty it out into anything. It just disappears. So this will be my wheat seeder. And then I'll get, I need a planter to do corn, or we'll rip the Hammer King. So I guess this will just stay in the seeder. Now there are console commands where I could empty it out. I could give myself back the money and stuff like that. So you can go that route. You can make it right with console commands. So we're at about the 30-minute mark. I don't know if I should sign off. I know some people like the longer videos, but I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. And my voice is about ready to go, so it's getting it's about sub-basement level now, so it's a good sign it's going to go bye-bye. Keep talking, so I think I will sign off here. It's a long enough video. We spent probably 10-15 minutes mucking around, so it's going to take, half an hour to do this little field by the time I get done with it. That's not too bad. So I'm going to keep plugging away at it, and we'll see. I'm not sure what we'll do next episode. We might be selling some bowls or something like that, so we shall see. The farm work continues. Thanks for hanging out as always, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.